Welcome, everyone, to the Talking Kentucky post-game show. My name is Coleman Scott. I'm here on a very cold night in Topeka, Kansas, where the Cats just take down the Arkansas Razorbacks in Fayetteville, and Mark Pope gets his revenge over John Calipari, and he is 1-0 in Fayetteville and 1-1 against John Calipari. This is a game that we all had circled on the calendar. I don't think it was as big of a deal as it was last year with Cal coming back to Rupp. It's the first time you're playing Cal since he left Kentucky. Obviously, there was a lot of emotion to that game. I don't think it was as big of a deal as that, but I do think this really mattered. And you heard Otega Owe say it after the game, right? I mean, this was personal. And for so much of this season, we've been disappointed with this Kentucky team. We've been disappointed in the basketball IQ. We've been disappointed in the sort of effort of the team. And we've just been disappointed overall with the physicality and ability of a team that we thought was going to be a national championship contender. Well, tonight we saw a completely different Kentucky basketball team. We saw the physicality. We saw the effort. And we saw them be a first-half team for much of the year. We had not seen this Kentucky team play well at all in the first half. In fact, they played abysmal in the first half all season long. They're up by 7 at halftime. And as much as Doug Shows and the other referees wanted to give this game to Arkansas, Kentucky was able to be poised. They were able to be resilient, and they were able to come back and win. Now, does it feel good to beat Cal? Absolutely. But I think the ramifications of this game from an NCAA tournament standpoint are huge, right? I mean, this is a quad one win on the road. And when you're looking at this schedule, coming up the last 10 games here, it's pretty brutal, right? So, I mean, we heard Clyde call in on this show last week, or I guess it was earlier this week, and say you don't have to win both of these games this week. You just have to get one. And we did. Now, it looked doom and gloom going into this game after getting blown out by 25 points against Arkansas, against Vanderbilt. It didn't look like it was going to be a possibility that you would even be in this game, let alone go in and win it. But we do. And in a year that hasn't been Kentucky basketball, tonight was Kentucky basketball. We got a lot of people in the comments down here. We got Josh Hart saying, great win on the road. Go Big Blue. Rachel Parker says, go Cats, and glad to finally get a show. Yeah, Rachel, we're back. We're back at it. Actually, we were back at it on Monday night. We had John Huang on. If you didn't catch that show, go back on podcast and listen because it was a good one. And we've got Mason in the comments here saying hog roast. That's absolutely right. Shirley's in the comments. Love the Wildcats, watching from Port Charlotte, Florida. Now, I'm not really well versed on my Florida geography, Shirley, but I did hear that there's going to be some frozen iguanas like falling out of trees because it's so cold in Florida. I don't know if you are in the frozen iguana sort of landscape down there, but if you are, watch out for that and be careful. Mason says, I'll sleep like a baby tonight, knowing we got that dub. Absolutely. A Theo in the comments saying, talking Kentucky, I missed you. Yeah, A Theo, we're back. We're back, and we're here to stay. So it's good to see you. So, Shirley is in the frozen iguana sort of section of Florida. Well, look out for the frozen iguanas. I think there's even, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a minor league baseball team in Florida called the Frozen Iguanas. So that is, I'm going to have to get a hoodie or a hat or something for them. Josh Hart says we gave Arkansas their first home loss, and they're now 13-1 this year at home. Their last 17 games at home. Yeah, that's right. It's almost a full calendar year since they've lost at home. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that were surprising about this game. I know everybody wants to talk about the officials. I think the first two technicals were sort of warranted. I mean, I thought Garrison's technical, like, what a bad decision. I mean, I texted one of my friends. I said, what's Brandon Garrison doing? He stands over the guy. It's like, man, that's totally unnecessary. And I feel like Garrison just makes undisciplined mistakes like that all the time. It's really frustrating. But then the technical on Diabate was ridiculous. I mean, that's the worst technical call I've ever seen. And then I guess you could make a case for the Mark Pope one, that the subsequent one. But even that, I think, was uncalled for. I think any official not named Doug Shows doesn't call that. And then you had the stat that we had 3 technical fouls in 38 seconds. There's not that doesn't happen very often in college basketball. So, hey guys, I'm not going to be on here long, but I did want to jump on because we can't go into Fayetteville and beat Calipari and the Hogs and not do a post game show. So, but I do want to take some calls. I do want to hear from you also. 502-234-1504. Give us a shout. Would love to hear from you all. And somebody has got to go listen to Tom T. Hall, who's going to feed them hogs. I mean, that's the first thing I did when the clock hit 0 there, because that's what you do. You got to have a country song, preferably a Tom T. Hall song for every SEC win. Got Tiger by the Tail for LSU or Auburn or Missouri. Pick your favorite Tiger. You got to have that. I think for Vanderbilt, you got Nashville Cats is a good one. You got to listen to that. I feel like there's a lot of SEC relevant country songs out there. Mason says, hey, love the show. First time tuning in. Can't call in tonight. Definitely want to next. Pretty much we're on whenever we can be. So just subscribe and you'll get us. But you're on with Talk Kentucky, no, you're not on yet because I got to turn the microphone on. But now you're on with Talking Kentucky. Who's this?
Hey, Colin, it's Josh. How you doing, brother?
What's up, Josh? Man, what a win, right?
Man, I didn't think we was going to get the dub for a little bit with Doug Shows being like he is.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was nervous because it's easy for especially us as Kentucky fans to blame the officials, but he really did change the game in that moment. I mean, you could argue that there was like 8 points, an 8-point swing that was basically because of the officials tonight. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy.
And it evened out at the end too, because once that one kid threw the ball on the Kentucky player, we ended up shooting like 6 free throws, and we were up 5 points, and that was pretty much I won't say sealed it, but that gave us back our momentum until we took it. But Oway missed 5 free throws tonight. I don't know where our free throw line was, but it was not very good at all. I know Oway was like 5 of 10.
Yeah, man.
Several free throws. I think we probably missed 10 free throws tonight. I'm just guessing. I don't know the stat exactly, but I'm in agreement. Them first 2 technicals, the one on Owe and the one on Garrison, were warranted, but the last 2, Diabate and Coach Pope, Doug Shows was just being a hothead, and and I understand they wanted to keep things civil and try to keep order, but man, it was just crazy.
There's a difference between doing that and like taking over the game, right? I mean, the one on Diabate was just ridiculous. I mean, you can't celebrate after a block? I mean, he didn't even really do anything. I don't even know what he said, but I think he just said, let's go or something. There was far worse that's been done even in the game tonight. So
exactly. And that one on was it Brazil at the end, throwing Noah down the court, and I'm like, that's just poor sportsmanship. I I'm guessing Calipari will address that. Whatever, I don't care. I'm just glad we got the dub tonight. I'm glad that people's been hating on Coach Pope and KSR, their whole crew. Nobody gave Kentucky a shot to beat. I told Clyde the other day when we had your show, we were beating Arkansas. And you know what? Vanderbilt just was on that night. We weren't. Vanderbilt barely beat Ole Miss tonight by 3 points.
Yeah, I don't think it's crazy that you can beat Vanderbilt and Rupp when they come here in a little bit. I don't think that's crazy. So
yeah, but I was very very happy of how well they gritted it out tonight. They showed a lot of heart, I guess, if you want, because they were down 4 or 5, and I'm like, okay, this is where they're going to fold, but they didn't do it.
Yes, sir. I know it's encouraging to see to see the fight. But well, thanks for calling in, man. We'll see if we can get a couple more people on here. But good win.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good night. God bless.
Go Cats and God bless. I think if you just try to call, go ahead and call back. 502-234-1504. And yeah, I mean, Josh mentioned it's sort of the resilience of the team. That was the most encouraging thing to me tonight, that we didn't fold under the pressure of the Doug Chows, right? We were able to fight back when you go down 4 at a critical point in the game, about 10 minutes left, and you're able to battle back and win. I mean, I think that's huge. Mike Dallas's most fight I've seen in a Pope team in 2 years. Absolutely. Getting another call here. And looks like we got Clyde here on the phone here. You're on with Talking Kentucky. Clyde, what you think, man?
C-A-T-S. Cats. Calipari who, baby? Who is Calipari? You got to hate me because I come to your town and beat your team. Well, Pope did that, baby. Let's go, baby.
That's right, man. So, I mean, you said earlier this week, Clyde, that we just had to get one of these games this week, and we did that. Are you surprised that the games went the way they did, getting blown out at Vandy and going into Arkansas and getting the dub?
Well, honestly, I didn't even expect it. I mean, I kind of was hoping we would fight. I actually had us beating Vandy. I didn't have us winning this game.
Yeah,
and I didn't feel like that we were going to win. I didn't feel like anybody could stop Darius A. Cup Jr. Like, I just didn't think nobody could. And, I mean, he still had a good game, but I mean, he struggled from the, and then, I just, I was shocked, nobody, I don't think anybody had us winning this game. I couldn't even name a single soul that we know of that had us winning. I didn't even have us winning.
Yeah, even us. Like, I mean, can you think of a single person that in this fan base that actually believed we were going to win this game tonight? Because I can't. Yeah, no. I mean,
absolutely
so
not.
It's one of the more surprising wins, but definitely satisfying wins. And it's satisfying as a Cal, but it more so. This is huge for I think this game got us into the NCAA tournament, unless we lose out. But I think this was the quad 1 game that you had to win to get on the right side of the bubble.
Now, how do you feel about us wearing the denims this Saturday against Tennessee?
Well, when we were getting blown out by everybody, I wasn't too excited about bringing the denims back this year, even though it's the the anniversary. But I'm really excited. I think this is perfect timing. I think we need to ride the momentum and put the denims on and go sweep Tennessee again this year. I think we can absolutely do it. For whatever reason, Clyde, we've got Tennessee's number. I don't want to jinx it, but it seems like it's like the reverse of football. No matter how bad of a year we're having, we can beat Tennessee. So that would be a huge. And I don't even know that. I'd have to look at the schedule. Who do we play next week before Tennessee?
We play Oklahoma at Rupp.
Okay.
I mean, Oklahoma, they are god awful. They are so bad. They are. I mean, they are terrible. I
Well,
watched their game today against Texas.
yeah.
Oh God. Oh Lordy.
Well, hopefully we don't have to have another OA buzzer beater to beat them, but
Really?
hopefully
Tell me
we'll
about it.
get. You should win that game. And then
Yeah.
if you win that game and then you beat Tennessee at home, I think you are firmly in the tournament. Which
Yeah.
I didn't foresee that. I didn't foresee
Right.
saying that after Tuesday night against
Yeah.
Vandy. So yeah.
Well, and plus, and then if you win these next two games, you're 17-7. So and then obviously, I think Tennessee would be another quad one game. I believe. I'm not sure, but then if you beat them again, you're kind of in a good position. That way, let's see, because we're 6-7. I mean, 6-3 in the SEC right now. So if we was to beat Oklahoma, beat Tennessee, you're 8-3 in the conference.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot better than last year, although the SEC was the best I've seen it last year. And, there's not really a dominant team this year in the SEC. Everybody's kind of the same pretty much. Yeah, everybody has different records. But, and plus, if you look at teams like Texas, they beat Alabama and they beat Vanderbilt. So, I mean, anything could happen in the SEC. I mean, in this win tonight, we shouldn't be shocked because we are Kentucky basketball. We're supposed to go in, and it don't matter who it is. We're supposed to go in, and we're supposed to win these games.
That's
what
right.
I'm saying? We are Kentucky basketball, for God's sakes. We are the big blue nation.
And
we are BBN. We are,
were back.
So,
we were back to BBN tonight. That's absolutely right. Yeah. Well, Clyde, thanks for calling in, man. Go Cats. What a win.
That's right. And it's so good to beat Cal, and it feels great. So I can't complain.
Yes, it does. All right. Go Cats. Thanks,
man.
All
right, brother. Yes, sir.
All right. We'll do another call for calls here. 502-234-1504. My mom says we need to spend tomorrow on the foul line. Yes, we do. And Josh Hart says, what was the free throw stat? OA was 5 or 10 from the line. Got to do better. Yeah. I wonder if our free throw shooting was 20% better. I wonder what our record would be this year. Wonder how many more games we would have won. Because it feels like there'd be at least a few. Maybe that's a Corey Price stat that he could find there. But yeah, I mean, that's my only complaint tonight man, if we just hit these free throws, right? I bet, to be fair, Arkansas wasn't hitting them either. I know we were mad about the technicals, but we did get to see that one dude airball a free throw, which was pretty satisfying. And then he missed the second one short too. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I think we got to get better at free throws. But we'll do a last call for calls here. 502-234-1504. And yeah, I mean, what a win for the Cats. And like I was telling Clyde, I mean, I think you're firmly in the tournament. Like if you beat Oklahoma, which you absolutely should, now you should have beaten Missouri too, and you should have beaten North Carolina, and you should have won some of these other games too, really. But if you take care of business there, you should be able to lock in to a tournament berth here, which is given how this year has gone. Do I think we're going to win the championship? No. Do I think we're going to make a Final Four? No. But I think all you can hope for is make the tournament, try to get a good draw, and see what happens. To use an old Cal quote, let's toss the ball up and let's see what happens. Let's go in the tournament, right? So, well, guys, I just want to hop on here. I'll close the phone lines now. But I just wanted to hop on here and kind of see what everybody thought after we beat Cal. It's a big win for the Cats. It's certainly satisfying from a personal standpoint, for all of us, I think. To quote Owe, this was personal. But also this is huge just for Kentucky season moving forward, I think. So Cats get the win, and this was Kentucky basketball tonight. And I don't know what team's going to show up against Oklahoma next week, But I certainly hope that it's the one that we saw tonight. If we can get a little consistency going, who knows? Might be able to make a little run. All right. Thank you, folks, very much for tuning in. I always appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our podcast, to our page. We have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the things. Like us, rate us, follow us, subscribe, all the things. That really helps us out, and it helps keep you up to date with when we're going to be live next and when you can call in. Like Mason was saying here that he liked the show and wants to call in. So Mason, if you like and subscribe, you'll get notified when we go live, and you will in turn be able to call in. So that'll be great. But all right, I'm Coleman Scott, and there's no other person for me to say for Coleman Scott, for Caden Holmes, or for John Huang, or whatever tonight, because I'm riding solo. But I kind of like doing these sometimes, hopping on here and just being by myself. Not the easiest thing in the world to do, but you folks in the comments and on the phone lines and just you silent listeners too, as they say, make it all worth it and make it all doable. So, all right. On that note, I'll leave you all to it. Thank you, folks, very much. Go Cats. See you next time.